Okay guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. So this is day 31 of the manhunt for Joshua Zimmerman. A phone call came in. I had to take it really quick. I thought it was related to the manhunt, and kind of is, but not manhunt related. But nevertheless, we are on day 31 of the manhunt for Joshua Zimmerman, who is a ghost in the machine. What we know is the same things that we've been saying since day 10. The last sighting of, well, no, that's weird. Not day 10. Well, our day 10. Let me back up. So Zimmerman escaped. We found out about it 6 or 7 days in. So when I say day 10, it's our day 10. So by day 10, they see him. They release a sighting. I'm going to back it up again because this schedule is so all over the place. June 14th, he escapes. June 15th, they have the second and last sighting of him, okay? And that's in DeSoto. So they have one sighting on June 14th of him exiting the courthouse, going toward the gas station where he hitched a ride, claiming that he had a domestic violence situation. He said he needed a ride. The guy said, I'm going to Memphis. And Zimmerman said, me too. Perfect. Let's go. So they get in the car. They go. Zimmerman gets out of the car before Memphis, stays in DeSoto County. Driver goes away. No news of an escape yet. And maybe an hour or so later, the driver finds out about the escape. Calls not. It had to have been much more than an hour, guys, because the helicopter didn't even bother going to that search zone for like 5 hours. So their timeline is either BS or they just never looked. But nevertheless, there was a sighting. They did one loop, just one instead of 400 like the other time, and left it at that. Since then, there have been no updates from the DA, no updates from the sheriff, with the exception of like a lover's quarrel where the DA blames the he doesn't blame the sheriff. Well, he doesn't name the sheriff, but he says stuff that obviously ticked off the sheriff. Comes back to town from vacation, holds a little impromptu press conference, goes off on the DA, says, don't be like snitching on me kind of thing, and tells him to shut up. So that's the last update that we really had from the county. There's nothing else that came out. I was going to be working on a video yesterday that showed the flight patterns to release, but then a clown shot at the former president of the United States, so that kind of took part of my day up to, I was still looking at the flight radar and stuff to see if there was any activity related to Zimmerman. Obviously the manhunt didn't stop because of the president, so I stayed in touch with everybody, but there are no updates, guys. They rely on the public for a lot of information. So again, call 911 if you believe you see something. If you have information, please call the U.S. Marshals. Share that information. The time is literally now. We're getting to the point where it's going to reach the level of him becoming desperate. And once he becomes desperate, people get hurt. So if you know something, call the police, call the U.S. Marshals, and start that line of communication. It's never too late, but it is too late. There will come a time where it is too late, and that's when he is either captured or he kills somebody or he hurts somebody. If he hurts somebody, the fact that the federal government is leading this manhunt, you get charged with the same crime as Zimmerman if he hurts somebody, and you get about half the sentence, a max of 15 years per count. But that's where it comes in, the per count part. So the feds have about 30 different definitions of what an accomplice is, and there's like 30 different charges. So there's one that says like instigating an escape, and that could be that somebody called him and said, nah, don't turn yourself in, bro. Well, you just got yourself 15 years. That's instigating. And then you have harboring, which could be sending him money, which could be feeding him, housing him, driving him. Then you have conspiracy, which is the conspiracy to get him from the conspiracy. The amount of charges for conspiracy, one count will be the conspiracy to hold him at a home until it was safe to leave. The other count of conspiracy will be holding him in a home, planning to go to Connecticut. Third count of conspiracy will be securing the home to put him in. Fourth count of conspiracy will be getting food for him. Fifth count of conspiracy will be getting drinks, and that's every time you get a meal. So do the math. It's been 30 days, 3 meals a day. So you're looking at 90 charges of conspiracy times 15 years. So 90 times 15, it's worse than what Zimmerman's going to get. And that's just for that's just conspiracy. So again, if you know something, even if it's small in your head, it might be a big factor in the feds. And if that's the case, call, give information. Even if you think they know it already, call and give them the information, because the last thing you want is for them to knock on your door and say, there is no giving them, they're going to get it at that point. They're not knocking. They're not selling you Boy Scout cookies. So if the feds come to your home to get the information without you making that call, that's not a good sign for you at all. Ask what happened in Bibb County. The feds rolled up to Bibb County to get the accomplice. And what did the accomplice do? Because he was so scared of what was to come with the charge. See, escaping is one thing. Helping the escapee makes somebody that was once a person of the public into like public enemy number one, right? So the marshals went to arrest the accomplice as they were going up to the door. This is another manhunt in Georgia. The accomplice killed himself, shot himself in the head because he knew that his days were effed. And this accomplice wasn't helping somebody as dangerous as Zimmerman. He wasn't helping somebody as unpredictable as, when I say dangerous, Zimmerman has a record spanning from Houston, Mississippi, Connecticut. So the other guy was just, it's a big deal. And by day 30, each day you're looking at a minimum of maybe 5 to 10 counts. When you do 3 meals, that's 3 conspiracies. When you have a car, just by driving in it to get him something, that's another, literally every day. So if you have 10 charges a day times 30, I mean, you're looking at 300 charges of attempting and helping and aiding. And they will come for you. They will come and they will prosecute, and maybe you'll get a deal where you get 15 years, 20 years if you just plead guilty. Do you want to do 15 years in prison for helping somebody that's going to be in prison no matter what? There are 2 options for Joshua Zimmerman, and that is he is going to end up in prison or he is going to be dead. That's it. There is no in between. There is no home run to freedom. There is nothing. He can be free in the day room in prison. That is his freedom. He can be free on the yard in prison. That is the freedom. I mean, that's kind of where your freedom ends when you're on the run. So if you see something, say something, report sightings, check your surveillance, DM me if you're local and you see something like any activity. I don't post videos of the activity. I've been getting videos for the past 3 weeks now, and I haven't posted any. It's just to let us know what's happening because we're not down there. You know, if we were down there, we wouldn't really need much of the videos because we'd be getting it and knowing where to go ourselves. So if you see something, say something, please DM me if you're local. I'm going to try to get to my messages today. As soon as I have an update, I'll let you guys know, and I'm going to put that flight radar up today. It's about a 30-minute video. I sped it up and it's still like 30 minutes, so I'm trying to speed it up a little bit more, but not too fast, so we can see the poor search that they did, and you guys can figure out if it's worth paying your taxes next year. So again, see something, say something, dial 911. Do not approach, do not apprehend. And again, Joshua Zimmerman, age 30. He's wanted for murder, rape, kidnapping, attempted murder, and a list of other crimes.